we need to play. I mean, the only other... If we drew a second Chalice, I would put it on 2, just to make sure a sideboard Ancient Grudge doesn't wreck us. The plating. How are we up on time though? Our deck has to be so much slower on Moto to play than Affinity. Right? You know what I want to have happen? Thopter Sword combo with the new guy at the same time. I mean, is there really any other... The only other thing that I would want is maybe the other Chalice. So I guess that justifies playing the Crane. I didn't find it. I just found... I mean, it might be worth it to have a backup Thopter Foundry in case he does find Ancient Grudge. Well, that wouldn't help us. An Ancient Grudge would still take out both of them. I don't know. I'm going to take the backup copy. Kingpin. Contraband Kingpin, Kron. The one that anytime an artifact comes into play under your control, you scry one. He's also a 1/4 lifelinker, so I think that guy's got some potential. We haven't drawn him much. We haven't drawn him. I think he's great. We're running a playset. I think he's a really neat 2-drop. I think if we did draw him, we'd be like, wow, this guy's awesome. I mean, don't get me wrong, Thopter Sword's really, really powerful, but there are plenty of things in Modern that can hate upon it. There are plenty of, and there are other archetypes, arguably, than just straight blue-black Tezzerator that do a better job with the Thopter Sword. We talked about it. We said, what was it? Like Modern Eggs might even be a better shell for Thopter Sword. Just because of Kark Clan, because Kark Clan lets you go infinite with it. I even considered adding a Kark Clan to this thing, and I opted against it. There's the Chalice on too, so I think that makes us super safe. Yeah. That should lock us up, because then that means top-decked Ancient Grudges are not a thing. Unless he has it in hand right here, which would be gross if he, like, kills it in response. And then we're locked out of playing the second Foundry. I guess the smartest way to resolve this would have been play the second Foundry first, then play Chalice on 2. Because there's a chance he does have the Ancient Grudge in hand. I feel like if he had it in hand, he would have fired it off already. I know I would have. He's thinking about the implications of this chalice. I think we got this one locked up, boys. That's an easy fix. By popular demand, the green screen is back. Oops. Alright, he has had enough. So we took down Budget Burn, we took down Actual Affinity. Let's keep going. Tezzerator time. Why am I red? Because the screen is green, and I think, what is it, the opposite color of green is red, so it brings out the red. I'm sure it brings out the red hue. Because I'm zeroing out the green. Like if I turn off the green screen, let's see. I'll probably go back to normal, right? It doesn't really make a difference. We'll see if we actually get to draw the Kingpin. Oh, I'm running OBS beta. See, those are my settings right now. I don't know if it has any sort of white balancing to it. It's pretty basic. This is like the classic OBS. I don't even think that's advertised on their site anymore, this version of it. They like made a new version and I just not interested. Would I keep this? This hand seems pretty bad actually. But it plays. This better be a good Thoughtseize. Oh, I need to go to my camera settings? Okay. Alright. I would take... I don't care about his Inquisition. I would take the Shredder or the Ghoul Caller. I'm gonna take a Shredder. Kron says take Bell. Really? Bell's more impactful? He's going to take my Seeker. Drew another Seeker. Alright. He saw the Sunken Ruins, doesn't really matter. There's Lantern. So my top deck is an island. Oh, you know, I still probably should have played Citadel. So what are we doing with this Seeker? Pretty sure I grabbed Trinisphere, right? He's on one land. This would be a good spot for... the other thing we could grab is Thopter. Excuse me, Thopter Foundry, because he's... because we already have Sword. So that's the other thing we can grab. There's justification for Trinisphere, there's justification for Thopter. Trinisphere? Are we thinking Trinisphere, or are we thinking... just get the Thopter Sword going? I mean, Trinisphere makes sense. I mean, Trinisphere sounds more fun for sure, but it might just be correct to get the other piece to the Thopter Sword combo. We do already have Sword. Alright. Trinisphere. Who's excited about all the new fast lands? Will they make some archetypes more aggro-friendly in Modern? I should say so. I think they will. I don't even know what I'm ramping to here. I mean, you don't actually have to target anything. It does say up to. New blue-red land is sweet. Okay, do we want to sacrifice this Tezzerator for... oh, he's surely not going to let me draw the Agent of Bolas. I don't think I'm supposed to. Surely he's not going to let us have this Agent of Bolas. It's a bit of a mirror breaker. But Seeker will get us... next turn I can use the Seeker to go get the Thopter Sword. Yeah, Abzan. There's an Abrupt Decay. Holy moly, he's going to let us have the Agent of Bolas? Really? That can't be right. He's going to let me have Agent of Bolas. That is a big deal. We know he's drawing an Abrupt Decay, but I still like this play. There's the Kingpin, finally. Alright, so I think what I'm supposed to do is just